everyone. In our last three videos, we have discussed about Kingdom Monera. Now, in this video, we are going to discuss some basic characteristics of Kingdom Protista. The organisms belongs to Kingdom Protista have which type of characteristic features we are going to discuss here. As we have discussed two statements in our first video that all prokaryotic belongs to Kingdom Monera and all unicellular eukaryotes belong to Kingdom Protista. So, all the unicellular eukaryotic organisms belongs to Kingdom Protista. The cell type is eukaryotic, means it's having a well-defined nucleus. Membrane-bound organelles means it is having a membrane-bound organelles. Means if we are going to see mitochondria, it's having a membrane. We are going to see nucleus, it's going to have membrane. So membrane bound organelles. Next, cell wall may be present or may not be present. Nuclear membrane is present. As we have told that they are eukaryotic, means they are going to have well defined nucleus. So nuclear membrane is present, which is going to separate nuclear material from cytoplasmic material. Body organization is unicellular. As we have told, all unicellular eukaryotic organisms are placed under Kingdom Monera. So body organization is unicellular, means the organism is made up of just single cell. Mode of nutrition is autotrophic or maybe heterotrophic. But in case of autotrophic mode of nutrition, just photosynthetic, not chemosynthetic, only photosynthetic autotrophs. Members of Protista are primarily aquatic, means first of all, if you are going to discuss about Protista, then they all belongs to aquatic organisms. Reproduced by cell fusion and zygote formation. Male and female cells are going to fuse and forms a single cell called as zygote. Now, this was some basic characteristic features of Kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista, member of Kingdom Protista are divided into 5 classes, that is chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds. We can also call it as a fungus animal. Means slime mold is also known as fungus animals, and protozoans. So Kingdom Protista is divided into 5 classes, that is chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoid, slime molds and protozoans. Now we are going to see about the chrysophytes, some basic characteristic features of chrysophytes. Now here we have to see some basic characters of chrysophytes. So chrysophytes includes diatoms and golden algae such as desmites. They are freshwater as well as they may be marine water. They may be found in marine water. Most of them are photosynthetic, means they prepare their own food material by using sunlight. Diatoms are important example, means their cell wall is embedded or packed by silica covering or siliceous covering, which is indestructible and hard. Okay, so the cell wall is embedded with silica or siliceous covering and indestructible. Diatoms left behind cell wall and deposit it in their nature or habitat. Means they are going to left their cell wall in their habitat, which is known as diatomaceous earth, which is sharp and stone-like. Means they are going to deposit their cell wall into their habitat, and it is known as diatomaceous earth, which is sharp stone-like. Now, diatomaceous is gritty in nature, which is used for polishing and filtration of oil and syrups. Means it is a hard covering, stony sharp, and which is used as filtration processing for as well chief producers of ocean. Now we are going to discuss about the dinoflagellates. Now, dinoflagellates. Dinoflagellates. Example they have given of dinoflagellates, that is Noctiluca, Goniolops or Pyrocystis. Noctula, Goniolops and Pyrocystis, which forms pyrodinium, which emits light, means we can call it as a bioluminescence. Bioluminescence. Most marine, they are mostly marine and photosynthetic in nature. They appears yellow, green, brown, blue or red as the pigment is present in their body. The cell wall has straight cellulose plate. They are going to have a straight cellulose plate, have two flagella. They are going to have dino. They have told us dinoflagellates means two flagella, but the position of the flagella is different. Means they are having two flagella, but the first flagella is longitudinal and the second flagella is transversal. Means if you are going to see the structure of dinoflagellate, they are in such manner. Means first flagella is in this manner and the second flagella is. This is the first flagella and second transverse flagella. First longitudinal and second transverse flagella. Red dinoflagellate. Most important point, that is red dinoflagellates, which is known as Goniolops. Goniolops, due to large number of red dinoflagellates or Goniolops, that appears as a red tides which secrete a large amount of toxin substance, and this toxin substance is harmful for many marine life. Means many of the small fishes present in marine water, they may be killed from this toxic substance. This is a toxic substance which kills marine fishes. So this was about the dinoflagellates. Now at the end of this video, I am going to share pictures of diatoms, desmites means golden algae and goniolops means red dinoflagellates. So thank you friends for watching my video. In next video, we are going to discuss about euglenoid, slime molds and protozoans.